welcome to this unboxing video.
Alright, get ready, ladies and gentlemen.
Y'all ready?
Review.
I swear to God, this is racist.
It's not.
Yeah, that way.
Subscribe to his channel.
Oh my god!
Subscribe to his channel.
You said that already?
My group of friends always had my back, and they've done many nice things for me with nothing in return. We truly have our ups and downs, but honestly, it doesn't mean that they deserve nothing. As much as I appreciate them, I wanted to give them something special, but I wasn't sure what to give them. We all have different tastes in terms of music, genres, and style, so it was kind of hard to brainstorm. However, one of the few things that I realized is that we all had a common interest in something, and that is anime. As someone who's becoming an anime related content creator, I thought this project was a fun idea. I wanted to do something anime related for this project, and one step led to the entirety of this project. And I remember at one point that I wanted to make my friends their own anime style avatar, so I made my friends their anime style portraits. Okay, I didn't draw them, but I did gather references to make their artwork happen. I don't want you guys to mistake me for an artist. I can't draw. I'm not an artist, and if you for some reason don't believe me, then here. I'm just trying, okay? To give you a little background knowledge, I've known these guys for years, and we all grew closer from being on the same tennis team back in high school. Now, yes, I know tennis is also another thing we all have in common, but honestly, I felt like an anime gift was the better option. With the inspiration from my avatar, which shout out to Mikai for making my avatar happen, I wanted to do the same for them. I contacted Mikai and see if he could make the portraits, but long story short, he wasn't able to, which I completely understand. Everyone is busy, and that's just how it goes. But I do appreciate Mikai for making my avatar. His art style is underrated. If you're interested in his artwork, then go check him out on Instagram and Twitter. His artwork is amazing, and I enjoy his art style. I'm telling you, when I discovered him, I thought he was going to have over like 10,000 followers, but he hasn't reached that yet. So with that being said, follow him on Instagram and Twitter to support the homie. He deserves a follow. Even though Mikai was busy, I wasn't going to give up on this project. For this secret project, I resorted to Fiverr. I thought to myself, it shouldn't be that bad. I think I'll get what I'm looking for. Plot twist. I didn't. The artwork and art styles on Fiverr weren't anything I was looking for, and also the prices were a bit iffy to work with, so I ended up contemplating if going through with Fiverr was worth it or not. And to conclude that, I stopped looking around on Fiverr. At that point, I was about to give up. I was about to cancel this project and change it to something else. Until Lort was the savior of this project. He DM'd me asking if I was interested in his artwork that I could buy. Now, obviously, I was suspicious given that a random account DM'd me on Instagram, and for those who have Instagram, having a random DM can either consist of bots or scams. So I assumed that this was a scam. He showed his artwork and recent projects that he worked on to prove that he wasn't trying to scam, and even offered his prices. But even so, I was still skeptical. But basically, his prices for first-time buyers were cheap, and they were honestly good prices for first-timers. Even though, as sketched out as I was, I'm a gambler. We discussed our first portrait artwork, and when I saw the results, I was honestly impressed. When the results were concluded, we exchanged emails, and the moment we did was when I could confidently confirm that he was legit. If you're watching this, Lort, sorry that I doubted you. And so, after the first art piece, we got to work and kept going until I got a portrait of each of my friends. Truthfully, this project of creating their portraits took at least a month, and honestly, this was a productive process, which thanks to Lord of the Seas for the creation of these artworks. He really worked hard and even had to tolerate a bunch of my requests, which I did ask a lot of things to make these art pieces as perfect as possible. So check out his artwork and follow him on Instagram. His artwork is also unique and definitely deserves the recognition. Here is a quick look at the artworks that I've requested to make happen, and I just like to say that I liked how they all turned out. They turned out a lot better than I expected to be. Now, I know these artworks look good and all, but you probably have no context of the meaning behind each portrait, and probably questioning why they are designed this way specifically. Well, this is where I provide a breakdown segment where I go over the details and references used for each portrait. I really wanted to provide a lot of meaning to each of them, but if you're just excited to see the gift surprise, then you can click on that chapter that I provided here on this YouTube video. Or if somehow there are no chapters on this video, just go to this timestamp. Now that all the fake fans have left this part of the video, let's start off with the first artwork we worked on.
And let me just say this. Haha. Yes, I'm actually doing this. So, gamers, don't be silly.
Psychic LDL has been my YouTube rival since we had our drama many years ago. Yeah, no, there was no real beef to begin with. We both became iconic duos in our YouTube lore and the just-in-time history. Now, throughout the changes of my YouTube journey, I've attained the iconic avatar of my YouTube channel and always wondered, what if Psychic LDL had his own original avatar? Well, now in the present, I was able to make that happen. And so here it is, Psychic LDL, the mad comedy genius of the group. Now, this is beneficial for him to have an avatar and also an artwork that can be significant to him. Let's start off with his headphones. Now, honestly, I don't really see him wearing those type of headphones as he is more of an earbud kind of guy, especially these, which he does wear all the time. However, he does wear headphones, just not as often as the earbuds. But the reason why I chose headphones for him was because I wanted them to stand out as it shows the meaning of his interest in music. Lisa can be passionate about music and has created some of his own, which I do like most of them. But not only does he listen and make music, but he truly understands it. He can tell you the meaning behind lyrics and songs and actually provide a brief explanation with detail. Those headphones signify his passion for music, and you can also see the musical notes that surrounds him. And on the headphones, there's a little logo on it with a P on it. Now, you may think that the letter P just means the first letter of his name. Well, yes, but not quite exactly. You see, this logo is Pokemon's logo, or at least a concept. I don't know, I just searched up Pokemon's logo on Google. Jokingly, Pokimane is Psychic's crush and true lover. Within the Psychic lore, the romance between Poki and Psychic grows closer. As a funny bit, of course. But because this bit was major to Psychic, there was a need to add something Poki related, and the logo on the headphones was a good choice. The next thing we have is this little logo on his chest here. This little logo is supposed to be a panda, which is his favorite animal. So I thought having a panda on this piece was also needed. And under the panda, there's the name Lisa. Lisa is what his friends call him, but it's honestly short for Lissandro. Sorry for pulling out the government name, Lissandro.
We are drinking, Sir Juice.
Up next, we have a sleeve that says Psychic LDL, and I don't really think I have to explain this one. It's his iconic name and also his YouTube channel's name, so pretty much says it all in the name. Lastly, we have him holding a plushie, but this ain't no ordinary plush. No. If you know, then you know. But to keep it simpler for you, this plushie represents one of his best videos on YouTube, which he goes over and reviews this book that this character was in, and it honestly connects with him deeply. The plush is an icon, and it became Lisa's signature that has not only impacted his YouTube journey, but also as a reader. Now, you may have noticed that there's a lot of purple in this portrait, and if you couldn't tell, purple is Lisa's favorite color. Or lavender, I don't know, they're pretty similar. Right? But to also fit with the purple aesthetic, I wanted to use a city background that gave off the colors, mainly for purple, but at least it creates a nice scenery that fits his vibe. The next artwork we worked on is for my bodyguard, Joe Gracias, or as he would refer to himself, Joe King Kai. I would like to point out that this art piece was the most complex one out of all of them, and you'll see why. For each portrait of my friends, they all have a blurred background, but at least you can tell the environment that they are set in. But for Joe, I didn't ask to blur the background, mainly to catch the attention of his favorite anime, Gundam. Gundam is one of his favorite anime shows, and when coming up with the portrait design, I knew immediately that Gundam had to make its feature somewhere. I wanted the background to be set in a military garage base, which I think fits the theme for Joe. I also came to the inspiration of Transformers and Ava, where they have a storage unit holding onto the robots. So pretty much that's the generality of the background. I don't know anything about Gundam, so I couldn't really determine which robot or mecha to use, so I just stuck with the standard basic look, but I don't really mind it. They ended up looking good anyway, but the amount of effort that was put into the background was insane and amazing. So that's why I didn't want it to blur the background, even if it was just a bit of blur. I think it will catch his eye as well as other Gundam viewers. But that's not the only reason why his art piece was so complex. Coming up with a design for his costume was a tricky one, even though I already had a suit in mind. As an inside joke, he is a native. That is all. And so yes, for the sake of our ongoing joke, I had to stick with the theme for him. The references I used were based on the character Nightwolf from Mortal Kombat, but I didn't really use too much of him because I wanted to be original with the design without copying it off too much. So thanks to the new age we live in now, I had Instagram AI generate a Nightwolf lookalike riding an eagle, which is the main suit I use for Joe's design. Please don't ask why I asked Instagram to generate that image specifically. With the theme of being a native, I also gave him an eagle, as that is his signature animal. Like, I know how this looks, as this may seem stereotypical and racist, but it's not stereotypical if it's true. Joe, show them your pet eagle. Bro, that's not... I can explain. Why you look mad? Let's just move on. Tattoos. He doesn't have tattoos, at least of right now. You know, as a spiritual man like Mr. Gracias himself, the spirits must lend their strength to him as he is the representation of all spiritual beings. So with those tattoos, he can summon spirits, whether it is the spirit of an eagle, a horse, or even a wolf, whatever it may be. He can summon them with the spiritual power of his ancestors. And I also thought the tattoo design was cool. The tattoo color is like a glowing red, which is his favorite color, as you can see a bit, and I wanted the tattoo sleeves to glow to create the fiction that he has power flowing through on his arms. Like, he's a strong guy, which is why he's my bodyguard for free. On his belt buckle area, you may recognize this logo from somewhere. I mean, this is pretty much an iconic logo, but if you don't know, this logo is King Kai's logo from the Dragon Ball series. And because of the name Joe King Kai, it was fitting to at least put on King Kai's logo. Dragon Ball is also another one of Joe's favorite anime series. Like, these anime shows really impacted his childhood. But you know, he's no longer a boy, as he is now in a man's world. Onto his wrist, he has this really nice watch which he wears for certain occasions, and I make fun of him as he looks like he's part of the mafia. But the main reason why I felt the need to add a watch to him was because of this picture I took of him, and my god, the way his watch shines and look crystal clear was sexy as fuck. The watch on the artwork isn't the same as the watch he has, but I did want it to be similar, especially having the watch silver and the shape of it. It was a must. The last part of his artwork piece is that he is kind of leaning back on the car. So to be completely honest with you, I don't quite remember what his favorite car is specifically, but I believe that this is his favorite brand of car. And if it's not his favorite, then whoopsies. If anything, he loves to talk about cars, so it was a definite must that a car was needed here. All he ever talks about is car this, car that most of the time. I didn't want to go too crazy with the red for his artwork, so I toned it down so it doesn't feel lousy. However, I still wanted red as a color theme for him, so I wanted to add at least red coloring on the car. The car's decal is subtle with the red, but it has a nice touch to it along with the other designs on it. Everything about his and everyone else's artwork, I really put a lot of thought into, whether it was based on their interests and personalities, or even inside jokes that are memorable for all of us.
That's fine, that'll do.
Oh my god.
You missed!
Where do I even begin with this art piece? This was honestly just amazing. I love the saturation of the background that truly makes the scenery stand out, and love how the colors of the cherry blossom pop out that gives her a glow. I chose a cherry blossom background because of her favorite color, pink. pink. She also likes light blue as well, so when trying to brainstorm for the use of her favorite colors, it was a little bit tough. But eventually, I ended up going with a cherry blossom forest background to fit with her color themes. I wanted the cherry blossom trees to stand out with the color pink and also wanted the light blue skies to stand out as well. It's also very convenient because she's also into the nature aesthetic. Maybe not for cherry blossoms, but hey, it's part of nature, so it counts. Moving on, I guess you might have noticed her pet in this picture. No, not the cow. I'm sorry, it's not funny. It's just the way his eyes look so soulless and it's upset. It's absolutely perfect. She doesn't have a pet cow, even though brown cows are one of her favorite animals, but she does have a pet dog, which is honestly the love of her life and definitely not my next lunch meal for the day. I will have you, Bear. Her dog's name is Bear. I don't quite remember why his name is Bear. I guess she really likes Freddy Fazbear's. But yeah, then again, the love of her life. And to show the importance of how much Bear means to LJ, Bear's name is even on her jacket with a heart on the A in his name. She loves that dog so much, and in fact, Bear is the first dog that she ever owned herself, so truly, he means a lot to her. And speaking about the jacket, as you guys can see, her outfit is part of the Scout Regiment from Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan is one of her favorite anime shows by far, and that's one of the main anime we enjoy talking about. So I couldn't do her dirty, I had to do her justice by getting her the AOT drip. But what is AOT drip without a husbando? Eren Yeager. So part of the AOT drip, she's also wearing a scarf. The same scarf that Mikasa wears in the series. Now the meaning behind the scarf actually belonged to Eren, and the iconic moment of the scene where Eren wraps his scarf around Mikasa for her to keep was such a good moment, and LJ wished that was her instead of Mikasa. So to make it a reality, she now has Eren's scarf wrapped around her. The significance of how much she really loves Eren, even though he was a little bit insane in the last season, but we're not gonna go too deep into that. If you think that we're done briefing through this artwork, then you are wrong. The last reference I like to point out for this piece is her earrings. They may look like normal shapes, but if you were a true anime fan, those shapes actually come from another anime character with those two shapes specifically. If you still haven't realized it by now, the two shapes are worn from Hisoka from Hunter x Hunter. Hisoka is also another one of her favorite characters, and at this point it just makes me question her choices of husbando. So if you know, you know. She also likes to wear body jewelry, and having Hisoka's star and tear shape as her earrings really put the cherry on top of this artwork. I think everything about this art piece was perfect for her, and it really shows her personality and interest. The crazy thing is, I knew Cam for the longest, and yet I had no idea what to put for his design. I had too many ideas and they all didn't fit with what I was looking for. So what I had to do was reduce the ideas and references and keep it simple. And keeping it at a minimum, it turned out well. Can you guess what his favorite color is? Where? Louder! I said louder! The main theme color of his artwork is green, which is his favorite color. Whoa, shocker. Regardless, his signature color was the main color I wanted to add for him, just because, well, why not? I didn't want too much green because I didn't want to do him dirty by making him look like a Green Lantern or Ben 10, so I decided to add black for his secondary color. But to keep the green theme, his scouter lens is also green. The scouter lens that he is wearing is from the Dragon Ball series, one of the most iconic items that can detect power levels from anyone. The reason for him wearing the scouter not only fits the style of the portrait, but Dragon Ball is one of his favorite anime shows. And with the favoritism of Dragon Ball, I wanted the background to be a DBZ scenery because low-key, the sceneries and locations in the Dragon Ball world are honestly iconic. And to continue with the Dragon Ball style, the jacket that he's wearing is actually based on Trunks' jacket design that I used for reference here. It's not the same as the actual series. I think this is just fan art, but honestly, I think Cam could pull this look off. And turns out, It suits him. Along with the jacket, he's also wearing a bag, which honestly wasn't the ideal choice for the bag design because I wanted to have some realism to what he would wear as much as possible. However, this bag honestly fits the current style of this art piece, so we ended up sticking with that bag design. Like, it's not a bad looking bag. He could pack ammo, his personal items, or even an egg. So if you ask me, I like the bag. I would show you the reference that I use, but he's probably gonna kill me for it. Yes, I use Drip Goku for reference, but I'm just trying to help my boy get drippy, okay?
Hey, it's me, Goku!
On the original logo design on the bag was just the DBZ logo from the reference pic, but I felt like it was too basic and I didn't want to copy and paste the bag. I also wanted the logo to be different from Joe's portrait because he already has a logo from Dragon Ball. I wanted each of the artworks to be different from each other as much as possible, so to replace the original reference logo, I wanted to use the number 13. The meaning of the number 13 just comes from one of his gamer tags, ColorBoss13. And if you notice, on the end of the gun, it says Color Boss. Cam has many usernames, but ColorBoss13 became an icon to me and a few of our friends as well. But it's not as iconic as Corny Falcon, which I added his name on his sleeve, where it also has a Falcon logo above the name. The Falcon logo was a no-brainer. It's a Falcon, hence the name Corny Falcon. But as I mentioned, there's a gun that he's holding and it's a sniper. As a gamer like him, he's a good sniper. We even joke about how he's the African American sniper because, well, he is the African American sniper.
110.
Which one? Oh, tree?
Yeah.
Wait, how did I lose my mic?
Sniper monkey.
Without ammo, you can't shoot your shot, which leads to the last detail of the art piece, the bullet that he's holding. The bullet has an engraving of Falcon on it and, well, Corny Falcon. I don't know if anyone would notice it, but it's there and thought it was a cool idea to add in an engraving onto the bullet. I believe I got the idea from Deadshot from the DC universe, but honestly, I'm not too sure where I got the idea exactly. Either way, regardless of the minimalistic details, I still like how this piece turned out to be.
Oh my god! Oh my, that's the one I wanted! You wanted that? Yeah, I wanted that, but I didn't put it in my wish list, so. Yo, that's tough. Oh my god.
This was the last artwork that Lort worked on, and this last piece was for my good friend, Jess. She's one of my friends that I can closely talk about anime with, and honestly, our friendship has entered weeb level. Sort of, but as weeby as we are, it was a no-brainer to fit the Japanese style for her design. So I requested her design to be a kimono. I didn't want to be too boring for her, so I wanted to give her a makeover. With the kimono consists of red, gold, and black, which none of them are her favorite colors. I think. Technically, red is her favorite color, but specifically, it's burgundy, but she doesn't have much of color choices anyway. If you're watching this, Jess, I just want to say I'm sorry, but you didn't have a choice. Poo poo pee pee, I don't know. Those colors I felt were good choices because they also fit the color theme of the katana that she's holding. But speaking of, the katana isn't just a normal katana. This katana is from One Piece and is mainly used by one of the main characters, Roronoa Zoro. One Piece is one of her favorite anime shows, and I guess you can see why we are so weeby together. Like, we get crazy over One Piece and sometimes clash against the Dragon Ballers like Cam and Joe, which would be a fun video idea now that I speak about it. Get this video to 30 likes and I'll do a One Piece versus Dragon Ball debate. Anyway, the katana is one of the 3 swords that Zoro uses throughout the series, and this sword is Sendai Kitetsu, which is claimed as the cursed sword. And not that she's cursed or anything, it's just her thinking can be questionable to the point where it feels like a curse. I'm kidding. The superstition doesn't have anything to do with her. It's just that the katana from One Piece represents one of her favorite anime series. I also used one of the One Piece sceneries for the background, which is from Wano Kuni, one of the islands in the series that has features of traditional Japanese style. The katana and the kimono complement each other, but that doesn't mean the detail doesn't. The details that I mean are on the kimono. As you can see, she has designs on the kimono that include flowers and a husky. The flowers were just more for detail for her kimono, so nothing too crazy about the flower pattern design. However, a big significance is the husky design on her shoulder area. Jess also has a pet dog who is a husky breed, and her husky's name is Ronin. Ronin's name also came to the influence of her theme, as his name is Ronin. I wanted to make the theme for her as a Ronin samurai. Ronins are identified as wanderers, which is also suitable for her, given that her mind always wanders off whenever we hang out. I love this poor girl. So having her favorite pet Ronin as part of her kimono design really turned out well, and it honestly gives character. With the components of her kimono, her dog named Ronin, her katana from One Piece, and the traditional Japanese style inspired island, Wano Kuni, it all aligns with a single theme for her. The final detail is the most important one of them all. You may be questioning, what is she holding exactly? What she's holding is a potato.
おい貴様何をやっている貴様だ貴様に言ってるんだ何者なんだ貴様は
This is my reference. It's very convenient because she reminds me of Sasha, and it symbolizes her desire to always eat food. Like, I kid you not, every time we hop on the game, this girl is always late, and it's all because she's having a buffet at home. So a very important detail indeed that represents her so much, and I wanted to make that meaningful. Now that I've gone over the details and references for these art pieces elaborately, let's discuss the game plan. They had no idea that I'd been working on this for a month, and I wanted to keep it as a surprise until they were all finalized. With the satisfaction of these portraits, I didn't want to just randomly send them a digital copy. I also wanted to give them a physical one. The plan is, I print out the physical portraits from FedEx and buy frames for them from Walmart. And after getting what I need, I have to prepare them by putting the portraits into the frames. Oh, and a little Easter egg for them, I added a special message dedicated to them individually, so if they are watching this, they'll know now, so surprise? Question mark? After putting the prints into the frames, I'm gonna wrap them, and since I didn't want to label their names on the wrap, I used bows, specifically different color bows that correlate or signify each person's color. After the preparation phase, I had to come up with a plan to execute this to their surprise. So we all planned a hangout day with all of us, but little do they know, I had something up my sleeve. Before we go on with our plan to spend time hanging out, I asked Joe in advance to pick up my hostages and meet me at my designated meetup spot. The one thing I ask in return is that he remains silent about this meetup spot, and so he agrees. However, he doesn't know my true execution plan with these portrait gifts.
Yo.
Hello?
What's up, what's up, what's up?
So tomorrow, right? You pick up the first two, whoever you pick up, right? And then you just let me know. But don't call me, just text me.
Yeah, text you, yeah.
Yeah, so you text me, I start heading out, and then you pick up the rest, and then you meet me at the meetup.
Yeah.
I'll try to park somewhere outside so they don't see my car.
Get shot at.
What?
I'm playing Fortnite right now. They following me. Oh my god, a medallion is coming.
Bro, Joe, I can't with you.
I'm dying.
I'll park somewhere outside, and then you just park in the garage or second floor. And then if they keep bugging you about like what's going on, right? Just don't say anything.
Yeah, I won't. I'll be like, I got some business to take care of. No. Casual Joe.
Yeah. Casual Joe.
You know how it is.
Sure. Yeah, you go on the second floor, then you just walk up to the rooftop.
Yeah.
So I'm praying that I get the rooftop to myself. I'll just manifest, you know? Yeah, and then after that, we just continue on our plan.
Ishmael.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
As long as he doesn't assume it's for everyone, including himself, that's good enough for me. And so when we do meet up, I plan on giving their portraits one by one. Originally, I was gonna have them open them up at the same time, but not only did I want them to take the time to fully react and see each other's gift, but I also wanted you guys to see their reactions to each of their artworks, because they're all honestly detailed and amazing pieces, and it would be such a waste to rush the reveal. And that's pretty much the plan, and hopefully nothing goes wrong with that day and the plan itself. I've been praying and manifesting that the plan of the surprise and our hangout go smoothly, because lately every one of them had bad days. I made sure they were all okay, but honestly this made me more motivated to execute this surprise. They're all my good friends and I wouldn't wish them to have any bad days. Each of them played significant roles in our friendships, and it means a lot to me that they truly care, whether they can be brutally honest or openly caring. I know I sound optimistically corny, but I finally get a chance to give something back in return. To be real with you guys, I feel like I rarely give anyone anything in return, and even if I have given someone something, I don't feel like it's ever enough. But this project that I've been working on makes it feel like it'll be worth everything to give back in return. I truly care about these guys and everyone who is part of my circle. I want to thank these guys for their support and friendships, and also huge thanks to Lord of the Seas for making these amazing artworks happen. Without any of them, none of this would have happened, and there would be no true Just in Time without the homies. This segment is a little sappy, so I'm just gonna cut straight to the surprise reveal.
So this is the meetup spot that everyone's gonna meet me here at. As you guys can see, it's a really nice day. But the only problem is, if you guys couldn't tell already, that it's so windy right now. And I'm trying my best, you know, not let the wind try to attack the mic. So you guys might see me do this a lot, only because I'm trying to stop the wind from getting at the mic, because that is so ass today. Like, why did it have to be so windy? Like, I don't get it. I was not prepared for this. I'm not gonna lie to you. So it's already probably messing up the audio, as you can see. So yeah, what if I talk like this? Because the wind is like going this way. So I hope it, I don't know. Maybe it's working. Don't get me wrong, it's a really nice day. I just hate the wind. I start talking to you guys behind like this. So guys, today we are going to give my friends their very special gift in this video. Oh my god, you guys can't really see this. Oh wait, it's not even on. Anyway, the point is that they're kind of close. They're literally by like that street right there. They're gonna be here anytime soon. So we're gonna be waiting for them until they arrive. Oh my god. I hate the wind today. Look how messy my hair is. Why did Mother Nature have to be an asshole today? Like, I'm trying to do something nice and this is the things I get. You guys probably wouldn't want to hear the wind gushing through the mic, so I'm probably going to cut it here for now. Yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Question mark?
Later that same evening.
Okay guys, little update. They parked somewhere. Update on the weather has not changed and I'm kind of sad. It's Joe. There they are. What's up, girl? What's up? Your grandpa?
Grandpa Mike though.
Hey. Oh, I zoomed it in. Whoops.
I thought he was gonna.
No, stop.
Division 1 linebacker.
So I know you guys are confused of what the heck is going on.
Are you gonna like push us off?
Yeah.
First?
Yeah. It's you.
If we're gonna do that, I think we should all just jump Joe first. He'll be the hardest one.
Oh, you're right. I have something for y'all. I told Joe that it was gonna be for one person, but I lied. It's not for one. Yeah, I hate to break the news, you know. No, bitch.
I thought he shot me.
This is yours. Don't. It's because I feel like I haven't give y'all anything, and this is more like appreciation gift.
I mean, you gave me a shout out in the description.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like that's a small thing, so I want to do something really big, you know, like big. And then yours. Hold up. Oh, it's perfect for Jess. But yeah, it's perfect for you. I say y'all open one at a time. Everyone get to see, so.
Should we know my age? Oh, yeah. No, like, I'm oldest to youngest.
Oh, Cam, okay.
You're oldest, so you gotta go first. So, welcome to this unboxing video.
Oh, you got the moves. Yeah, that way. It's backwards, but.
Oh shit, you got me a
leather board.
Hey, yo. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Hey, yo, what the fuck? Hey! Oh, you got the game return?
Yeah. 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 The African American sniper. Whoa, okay, don't say that. Well, they already know, so. No, what? No, not this, no.
They got the fucking double on me too.
Yeah. He's really breaking it down.
No, yeah. Got fucking on my bullet.
Oh yeah, you noticed. I thought that was gonna be the one thing you didn't notice.
Falcon, purr.
Yeah.
13!
That's how he likes it. Cut that out.
Cut that out. This is next. Yeah. I know. I didn't think the wind was going to be this bad today. At least it's sunny.
It's the right side up.
It's upside down.
I swear to God, this is racist.
It's not. It's not.
Oh! Hey, I
Yeah, I got the gundam and everything.
Bro, I got workers.
You got the workers.
You got employees.
You got employees.
I got a wash on.
Yeah.
You know your own one right here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're wearing it. You're wearing it. Oh shit.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Tattoos. He got to unlock the spiritual form.
Bird. I love the bird. With the bird.
The bird was essential for the art piece.
Hey man, at least I'm not a native on this one. I'm okay.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
You don't know?
Is it from the Dragon Ball?
Yeah, it's Dragon
Okay, I
Ball.
was just trying to be sure.
Do you know which one? Do you remember which one? Yeah. Who's next?
I'm the middle child of that.
Mr. Psychic LDL and the actual. Hey.
Perfect almost.
Yeah, he knows how to get it done.
Well, I respect all my friends.
Just flip it.
What's in that? Yeah, I'm in the neon lights.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the headphones too. I got the drip.
Yeah.
I'm in Tokyo.
Basically. Also, for the logo right here, it's like Pokemon's like custom logo. So I had to reference it. Yeah, I had to add Saki, It's very iconic, so I was like, it had to.
Music coming soon.
Hell yeah. Oh shit, you got the purple one too.
Bin
Drip, bro. Holy shit. Alright, her next. Mine's? I already have one. My profile picture. My profile picture. No, it's a different one. Yeah. Flip. Review. Yeah, she got a sword. The sword. Yeah. The sword's from One Piece, and I added a little husky as for Ronin. Yeah. Yeah, I got her smile and everything too.
You always smile big. You're like.
The last but not least. All right, get ready, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, y'all ready?
Yeah. Ready? Yeah. No, you're good.
You got my double D's in here.
Do you recognize the earrings?
I don't know.
Bear. Yeah. I like how Bear was drawn. It looks nice.
That looks really good.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Slay.
Slay.
Y'all know what's going on my wall.
I'm not gonna lie, the night before the surprise, I was stressing. Like, I woke up anxious and just could not sleep. But after executing the plan and seeing how happy my friends were with their gifts, it was all worth it. This will definitely be a memorable moment for the Just in Time lore, and I would love to continue to do these type of videos because genuinely they were fun, and it reminds me that this type of energy is something that I want to bring out to you guys on my channel. It's the kind of thing that I like to do for my friends and family, or even just anyone close to me. In conclusion of that event, we ended up going to eat at Buffalo Wild Wings. And spent the rest of the day over at one of my friend's house playing Mario Party. It was an eventful day, and when I got home, I slept well, and keep in mind that good sleep is rare. Well, for me at least. So by all means, the whole process and the execution was worth it. Even though there were some technical difficulties, overall, it didn't mess up the entirety of the plan, so that's all that matters. For anyone who's looking for gift ideas for a friend or anyone you want to gift someone to, then custom portraits are one of the ways to go. Anyway, that's a wrap on today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as my friends and I have, and please drop a like on this video. It'll mean a lot if you guys do. And as I once stated, there would be no true Just in Time without the homies.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Oh, no, we gotta cut it.
Why do I have to stay here on the ground? It's overrated. The cityscape escapes you with a sound.